Hey, what up, people? Greetings from Malaysia. It's Richard. I'm back again to review another device, more like a quick tour kind of thing, because this is my very first box mod, kind of box mod. You know what I'm saying? And just a quick note to all the new vapors out there: I wouldn't recommend this device to you. This is definitely not recommended for new vapors. Okay, you got to know your Ohm's law very, very well. You got to know about battery safety. There's no voltage screen out there to show you how many volts you're vaping on. There's no reverse battery protection and stuff like that, and it's quite a powerful device. So not recommended for newbies. Okay, this device is definitely heaven for sub-ohmers. Advanced users, you will love this. Okay, back to what I was saying. This is my very first box mod, and shout out to Jeff Schwartz from New York City, who actually commented in one of my videos. I think it was a couple of months back, and he says you should check out the Hexom V2. Well, Jeff, I did. I actually went online and ordered one. This, if I'm not mistaken, is from Craving Vapor. I got it through eBay, and I paid $188.99 US for this, and I love it. I really, really love it. Okay, like I said, it's my very first box mod, so I'm not going to be too technical and detailed into this video review. This is a variable voltage device. It's very pocket friendly to start with. Ergonomically, it's very well designed. It fits in the palm of my hand. Love the clicky button they have here. Very nice. It's capable of handling up to 20 amp limit, and also firing as high as about 110 or 120 watts. It's power with a capital P. This is what we're going to be checking out, the Hexom V2 by Craving Vapor. I'm going to just talk a little bit, give you some specs about this device. The Hexom V2 is actually powered by an OKL T20 chip in there, and it fires from 3.3 volts all the way up to its maximum 6 volts. All right, lowest recommended resistance would be 0.3 ohms. However, I've heard of people firing down to as low as 0.2, 0.25, somewhere in the 0.2 region, but then again, you stand a chance of damaging your chip, so that's a risk you're taking there. That's the compromise. Okay, anything below that, that's going to happen, or that might happen. Anyway, it's got a 510 Fat Daddy connector there. The 510 connecting pin is actually copper gold plated. All right, so it's also spring loaded, by the way, I forgot. The version 1, it's not spring loaded, so version 2, your drippers actually sits nice and flush on your device. Last but not least, I think at the back, there's a potentiometer for you to make your voltage adjustments. So without wasting any more time, let's head into the close-ups and check it out. Come back, we're going to vape on it, talk about it, I'll leave you with my 2 cents worth. All right, catch you later. Time to get up close with our Hexom V2 from Craving Vapor, and just taking a look all around first before we start from the top and working our way down to the bottom, and then opening up the casing and see what's in store for us inside. So that's how it looks all around. And you have your Fat Daddy 510 connector right here on the top, and it's 22 millimeters in diameter, so it sits perfectly flush with all your atomizers. In there you have your 510 connecting pin, which is copper and gold plated. Okay, this is also spring loaded, just to let you know. If I take a little tiny screwdriver here and just push it in and out, see, it goes up and down, up and down. So when you have any of your atomizers attached to it, it's going to sit flush. Beautiful. Unlike the version 1, I think they had problems with certain drippers where it doesn't want to sit flush and you have a gap. So just trying it out for you to let you have a look, and they all sit flush. Beautiful. Next, we're going to take a look at the firing button here. Nice and clicky. I like the sound, and it comes in various colors: black, red, yellow, blue, green, white. Hope I didn't miss out any colors. And on the top here, you have a really huge Hex Home logo, which I really like. It looks really kind of cool. They have another version as well, which is the Tugboat limited edition version. If I'm not mistaken, it shows the Tugboat laser etched on it, but I prefer the Hex Home logo. On this side, you have your potentiometer here for you to adjust your voltage. Okay, if you were to turn it with your fingernails, from left to right, it's increasing your voltage. From right down to left, it is decreasing your voltage. So that's your potentiometer. It doesn't have a voltage screen or anything for you to have a look, so everything is by feel, and you have that little potentiometer here to help you at least gauge how many volts you're at vaping at. Basically, this is about it. And opening up from the back, we have your 4 magnets here, 1, 2, 3, 4, very strong magnets. And people have a lot of trouble opening up this because it's very tight. The fact that those magnets are really strong, which I kind of like anyway. It sticks and it doesn't go anywhere. If you want to open it, because this shifts a little bit to the left and right, you can hear the sound. So what I do is to just push it towards me and use the edge and just open it. Once it's open, you have your batteries in there. This, I think, is made of aluminum, if I'm not mistaken. Powder coated black, beautiful. And in there is what you get. Very nice and tidy, very professionally done. That's your OKL T20 chip there, capable of handling up to 20 amps, firing up to 110 or 120 watts. Very neat, yeah. And my 2 Sony VTC5 batteries in there. Once we take it out, that's your battery sled there. Mine is plus, plus, minus. This is a series mod, so you have your negative and your positive actually provided here, but it's just that I decided to mark it out with a marker as well. And when it comes in, it's actually not white. What I did was just get some crayon and rub it over, because it's engraved in there. The crayon, sits into the groove, and use your finger, rub it off, and you see it a lot clearer. And your batteries, just let me tell you a little bit about the batteries. Battery safety concerns: always use Merit batteries. Marry your batteries. Use the same type and use the same set of brand new batteries together, okay, for your Hex Home, and only exclusively for your Hex Home. I got these 2 batteries at the same time, bought on the 17th of December this month. Americans would have the 12 in front and the 17 in the middle. I've actually marked them down as Hex Home 1 and Hex Home 2. And so what I do is every 6 to 12 hourly, if you want to swap your battery positions, all right? But you have to swap your battery positions left to right, right to left, so that your batteries will drain evenly. And when you take them out to charge, make sure you charge them both together. Never charge one and not charge the other. Always charge them together. If they both get worn out, or even one get worn out, get 2 new ones again. Keep the battery chemistry in balance all the time, basically that. There are no reverse battery protection on this, so make sure you put in your batteries correctly, and that's why I marked it. Okay, so you have your negative and your positive. Negative goes in first, and then the next one is your positive and your negative. So once you've got that in, next, take this and just stick it back there. Done deal. You're all ready to vape. This is the Hex Home V2 from Craving Vapor. Oh yeah, getting up close and personal with our Hex Home V2. Did you see the powder coated black finishing there? Beautiful. And the logo, I don't know how they engraved it or laser etched this logo here. It's just brilliant. I mean, there's so many things to like about this box mod. I mean, I've seen on YouTube how many people have been saying all the nice things, and I can't agree with them more. There's just so many good things. Power to start with. Checking out the vapor, you can see it for yourself. The magnetic back cover, that's something I like about it as well, because it's really hard, solid, and once it sticks on, it's not going to go anywhere. It's just stuck there. Thank goodness they didn't put screws there to screw it down. I mean, it's going to be troublesome if they had screws, because every time you want to swap your batteries, you want to charge them outside, you got to unscrew them and take them out and all that. So this, perfect. perfect in every sense. All right, nice clicky fire button here. I love the click, and the 510 what they call copper gold plated spring loaded pin. That is another thing that I really like, so that your dripper can sit really flush on your device. And you saw the insides, it's so professionally done, clean, neat job, so well, stacked, the chip there, and just very neat and tidy, okay? All right, so nothing to really dislike about this box mod, if you ask me. If you really want me to be nitty about it, maybe the magnetic cover. Sometimes when you're holding it, your thumb, if you move it, it shifts a little bit, like a couple of millimeters left and right. But apparently there's a fix to it. I think if you check out other reviewers, they say you put a sticker on it and it doesn't do that anymore. But it's not a big issue for me. I can live with that. And the dial on the potentiometer, when I first got it, it sort of like was stuck at one point, and I thought that was that's all the amount that it could rotate. But after a while of using it, probably after years rotating it back and forth, left and right, and it sort of like got smoothened out, and now I can just use my fingernail to just do it back and forth, no problem, no issues with that at all. So like I said, there's more to like about this than anything else. This is the Hexohm V2, and I'm going to take one more vape before we call it a day. All right. Until I talk to you again, vape safe, keep safe, have a great day. Bye for now.